I'm wearing the cross punk train riding uniform. Oh no! Yeah. A lot of people, I'm gonna tell y'all something. You see this bandana right here? It wasn't for fashion. I'm gonna tell you why we wore these bandanas around our faces, around our necks. It wasn't because it looked cool, it made us look badass or whatever. It was because when you were riding a freight train and you were going through a tunnel and you couldn't breathe the air, you fucking went this motherfucker right here. You put it over your face and it works as a you can breathe the air and you don't get dirt all clogged up in your fucking nostrils and shit. It works as a filter. That's what this shit was for. It wasn't for a fashion statement or anything else. That's why we wore it. That's why people still wear them today. But only people that hop freight trains now. But yeah, that's what this was for. I remember hopping a freight train in Carneros, Coahuila. And I asked the conductor, because a lot of people in the village were telling me to go ask the train conductor to see if I could get a ride. And they said, oh, he's cool, he'll let you. And I was like, what? That's crazy. So I saw the train, it had stopped, and it was in Carneros, Coahuila. And I went and asked the train conductor if I could get a ride. And he said, where do you want to go? And I said, I want to go to San Luis Potosí. And he goes, for real? And I go, yeah. He goes, are you crazy or what? And I go, why? He goes, everybody wants to go north and you want to go south. I said, yeah. He goes, well, if you find a fucking rideable, get on it. I don't give a shit. And it was me and my ex-wife. And I had never told her about this bandana. I just told her to put it on. So we get on the freight train, and maybe about an hour later, or about 2 hours, about an hour later, we go through a tunnel. And as we're going through the tunnel, there's a bunch of dirt coming out of everywhere, and it's fucking getting bad. So I start wetting my bandana, and I go do the same thing, girl, and she starts doing the same thing. And then I tell her, now put it over your face. And I put mine too. And she's all like, what the fuck, the air, I can breathe better. And I'm like, yeah, that's why it's for. That's what it was for the whole time. It wasn't a fashion statement. It was when us fucking real train riders wear this shit. I've never been known. I've seen a lot of things on the rails that I don't like. And that's why I don't usually dress like the way I dress. And I don't usually try to go make myself known. I just listen. Yeah. And what
Did you need some help? I'm sorry about that. I couldn't hear you because I had my headphones on.
Oh no, I was telling a story when I hopped the freight train in Carneros, Coahuila.
Oh, I thought you were calling me for assistance.
No. I was telling a story, dude.
I'm sorry about that.
No, it's all right.
You have a good one, sir.
You too. And yeah, a lot of stuff that we wear, it wasn't because it was a fashion statement or nothing like that. Like a lot of us would use a lot of patches on our pants, not because we were punk rock, but most of us were. But it was because our clothes would rip, so we would start sewing patches on our clothes. And by the time you knew it, our fucking pants were nothing but patches. What else? Oh yeah, we hopped the freight train at like 12 in the afternoon. Then I got woken up at like 3 in the morning, and the person that woke me up, he's all like, hey, where you all headed to? And I told him San Luis Potosí, and he's all like, well, y'all are there. I'm like, cool. He's all like, oh shit. And we got off, we went and found an area to go sleep under. But when we woke up, we didn't leave trash laid out everywhere and shit and piss everywhere. We left it clean. Then we walked into the center of San Luis Potosí, and some man pointed at me and my ex-wife, and he goes, come here, have y'all ate? No. You know what he did? He went into the restaurant and he bought us food, and guess what we did? We ate, we got full, drank water, filled our jugs, and kept on going. From San Luis Potosí, we hitchhiked all the way to Querétaro. Then from Querétaro, we went to go see some of my family. But yeah, that's what this thing's for. I've done my travels. I got a lot of stories too.